What's that squirrel doing?
Get out of here, square. What? 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 What, Square? Will you tell me? Hey, Square, will you tell me? Square, Square.
Something big is happening here. Patricia Tallman, Lori Cardell, William Butler, Russ Striner, music from Zombie, the Candy Man himself, Tony Todd. If you didn't think that was enough, we've got breaking news. He directed the 1990 version. It is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Tom Savini. Tom Savini's going to be here. It's on Friday. It just got real, okay? Send your zombie stuff. Maybe Tom will check it out. You'll get to meet the artist. You can ask questions. Do not miss this event and help us spread the word. And don't forget, this all is a benefit for Biden-Harris and the PA Democrats. Be a ghoul for good. We will see you there on Friday.
When I was young, I joined a circus. I come up with freaks, it's true. While I saw the nation, I only dreamed of kissing you. Hey, Mandy. What are you doing here? You okay? Hey, what are you doing? Dude, you don't Looks so good. What is that on your face? What?
Possum!
What are you doing? Hell. What the hell? You don't... You eating hot dogs. You got ketchup on your face. Hey! What? Give me a kiss. Ah! Ah!
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
That was the closing. That was the closing credits.
I know.
I played the close. I messed up, everybody.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's nice to have something new, something exciting. We had a beautiful submission. See, I mean, and not everybody can bring it like Fat Man D can bring it. That was some good glamorous zombie stuff right there. So you too can do that and be a part of the show tomorrow. Dave's going to be cutting it all up. But before I get into what that's all about, welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh. We've been streaming at you live, coming at you 3-4 days a week since the pandemic came down. I believe we are halfway through week 32, episode 104. I think we are of the show here. So thank you for watching. If it's your first time, thank you. Welcome. We started the show as a sense to keep a sense of community going during the lockdown, and it's kind of it's just kept going. We never thought that this thing would still be lasting this long when we started. We thought 8 weeks was a good start, and here we are at 32 weeks, and things are kind of trending in the wrong direction right now. The COVID numbers in Allegheny County were 133 today, which means that's 9 or 10 days straight of over 100 cases. So we got to work on that, folks, and one way we can do that is this isn't over. Keep social distancing. Keep wearing your mask. Do that. It's not a political thing. Don't be a jag. Just put on a mask. That said, Ed Pinto was in there too in Mandy's piece at the beginning there. That's some good zombie stuff, folks. But the reason that they sent that, we're looking for that because we have something coming up this Friday, which is tomorrow already. It's around the corner. We're calling it we're using the hashtag Ghouls for Good. Okay, it is Night of the Living Dead. It is a tribute. It is a reading. It is a live read. It is an undead read. It is all happening tomorrow. We've got a killer lineup. We've got original cast members from the original Night of the Living Dead and the 1990 version, including Tony Todd and from the 1990 version, but also Tom Savini, the director of the 1990 version, will be here tomorrow. And Tom's done a lot more than just that. So is Tony Todd. So is Billy Butler. So is Patricia Tallman. So is Lori Cardell. So is Russ Striner. We've got a killer lineup for tomorrow, and it's all benefiting Biden, Harris, and PA Democrats. So you can just watch the show like normal, but I'll be popping in periodically like a PBS fund drive, directing you how to kick in a couple of bucks. But it's going to be awesome. There's going to be readings, and there's going to be a lot of panel discussions. You'll be able to ask questions. It's going to be very cool. Get you into the holiday spirit. It's very Pittsburgh, and it's very on brand with Alone Together. So that said, we've got a couple other things. If it's your first time watching, some housekeeping things. Ticking below me is the hashtag for Ghouls for Good. But also, if you would like to kick in a couple of bucks for tonight's show, you can use hashtag TogetherPGH is our handle on I believe PayPal.
Ribbit.
And yeah, so I got a frog literally jumped in my throat midway through the conversation. I almost, it was when I tried to say Venmo, it like Venmo, and then it was like phlegm. It just stopped. It just locked in right there. Plus, I get choked up when I see Mandy. So anyway, our Venmo is at Together PGH. So if you can kick in a couple bucks there, that's good. Something else we've got going on here on the show is the Engine House 25 Winery Jagoff poll. Okay, it is the Jagoff. It's a term of endearment. We love it. When we started, we didn't think people were going to get confused, but they do. So we explain it every night. We love everybody involved in the categories. Everything's Pittsburgh-centric, and we are bringing it now to the bigs here. We've been running this thing since March, and it is finally getting down to the Elite 8. There's a couple more, and then it is on. Our overnight poll was a big one. Dave, tell them what it was.
Man, oh man, big dogs. Roof, Kennywood versus the Pittsburgh Left. That deserves some tunage, man. Woo!
Kennywood's open.
That's right, Kennywood's open. That's right, not just Kennywood. The real deal, the Kennywood's open. The thing that's got long after Kennywood is gone and all the roller coasters have fallen apart into the Mon or the Allegheny. I don't know which river it is. Kennywood's open will still be a statement that Pittsburghers will cling to like they cling to everything else. Let's take a look at the final results for the overnight poll. Pittsburgh, what are you going to do? How are you going to vote? Here we go. Am I killing time so I can get this dang thing on the screen?
We know.
Yes.
We know. You're doing great.
Absolutely right. Kennywood's Open destroyed the Pittsburgh Left.
Wow.
Kennywood's Open. Patrick, take that one to heart.
I do. You know, I think this one worked out correctly. I think Pittsburgh spoke, and the World Wide Web spoke on this one, man. Because I think the Kennywood's Open thing is so Pittsburgh. Now, Kennywood's Open has gone through 4 different rounds. Kennywood's Open was in the Little Jagoff poll. All right, our in-show polls that did battle against each other, the winners bracket, and moved on. So did the Pittsburgh Left. So down goes the Pittsburgh Left. It won 4 times before it got to the big poll. So now I don't know who it's going to go to see tomorrow. I'll look at the poll before the show's over, and I will let everybody know who the winner of that is going to go on to face. But we have something else here. Before I tell you about it, I want to tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors, Engine House 25 Winery. If you go to eh25.com, you can check out the selection of wines they have. It is fantastic. They have about 8 or 9 different reds. The grapes come from everywhere, from Napa to Chile, everywhere in between. They're all hand selected. They come in refrigerated box trucks, and you can go to EH25, get the wine. It is pressed and bottled in Pittsburgh, in the Strip District. I guess it's where the Strip District meets Lawrenceville. Anyway, it's also housed at the Clemente Museum, as you can see. They also have whites. They also have a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and a Rosé. If you mention that you found out about them from Alone Together Pittsburgh, they will give you $5 off per bottle of wine that you buy. I would highly recommend going down there, getting on that. They're still doing some free delivery during the pandemic, and they still do curbside. So go to eh25.com. Dave, what's the eh25.com little in-show Jagoff poll for tonight?
All right, happening right now, you Facebook users. It's the Regatta versus the Arts Fest. I'd call it a douche-off, but I didn't want to commit to that in text. But anyway, it is the Regatta versus the Arts Fest. You gotta pick. It's Halloween. It's gonna get ugly. Just embrace it. Regatta versus Arts Fest. Vote now, Pittsburgh, for you Facebook people, because you know what? Nothing's better than filling Mark Zuckerberg's pockets with your likes. His algorithmic tonnage is just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Regatta versus Arts Fest. That's all I got.
All right, you guys can vote right now. The people who are listening to the podcast, audio-only version of the podcast tomorrow of this stream, you're not going to get to vote.
They get
Anyone
nothing.
who watches the show later, they get nothing. Only
They
you
get nothing.
right now. You can have your voice heard. Practice voting. It's a couple weeks away. So get on that there right there. Okay, fantastic. So I want to get right into it. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. Okay, Casey Renee is going to be here, an award-winning pastry chef and owner of Confections by Casey Renee. We also are going to have Dave Bracey coming in here, talking brews, because Friday, just like we had Natalie last night, we're going to have Day tonight instead of his Friday slot. Mike Tamburo is going to be here. He's going to take us on an aural journey with his mystical and healing gong music. It's going to be a hot show. You got to stick around for it. But we're going to start things off, because it wouldn't be a Thursday without finding out what Kate ate with Chef Kate Romane. Hey, what's
Hi.
going on, Kate?
How are you?
What you eating?
Chocolate.
Just some chocolate, just to get you through it.
Getting the
Well,
spirit.
I,
Get ready for Halloween.
I feel like we had a rough takeoff on the show tonight, but now I think we've gotten through it, and it's just smooth sailing.
Yeah.
I think I'm feeling good about this now. So,
Yeah. You
so
got
you're
a lot
having
going on tonight.
you're
I'm
having some.
excited for tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow's gonna be great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, are you gonna send us some zombie stuff? Are you gonna zombify yourself and make a quick little 2-second clip?
I mean, now I'm inspired to. I'm going. I'll try it. I'll see what happens.
You know what you could do? You could just take that chocolate, right? Smear it all over your face. Shoot the thing in black and white. Boom, zombie.
Zombie.
Think about it.
Just put it.
I think they used chocolate syrup in the original Night of the Living Dead movie for blood because it was
Really?
black and white. Yeah.
Huh.
It reads.
It reads. I get it. I get it.
Tricks of the trade. So I know you've got a lot to do tonight. You got a lot of chocolate to eat, but I'm sure you went to a bunch of places this week. What did Kate eat?
Okay. So, on Pete's recommendation, I went and got Salim's cheeseburgers. Highlight of the week. Salim's. I don't know.
I think it's Slem's, but okay.
I think
Talk
it's
to me.
Salim's. Which I love that place. It's super easy to work with that. Like the pickup was super easy. You can order online. Also, if you were going to order in person, like you would normally go through that line. It's super safe. There's so much space, and there's outdoor seating. And the burgers were fucking good. So good.
All right.
Yeah, and the fries. I ate the fries. I love fries.
Okay, there it is. So
Yeah,
the burgers,
you can
the burger was good. I've never had a burger from there.
Me neither. I would never think to get a burger from there, but Pete has talked about it a few times. Also, happy birthday, Pete.
Yeah, happy birthday, Pete. He'll be here shortly. He had a birthday day today. He's spreading his birthday into 2 days.
Get it.
And he was on the river.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he's watching. I'm sure he'll chime in here periodically.
Right
But yeah, that looks like a hell of a meal. Okay, so safe, good, rather inexpensive for what you get.
Oh my God, that's the other thing. I mean, I'm not. I mean, food costs money. I'm not afraid to pay for it or ask people to pay for it. But it was inexpensive, super affordable, super approachable, super delicious. Totally do it. And they have all the other stuff, like the shawarma and all of that. So go for it. Go there.
All right.
I ate there. I also ended up. I had to buy chili crisp, which is one of my favorite things that's ever been made.
What is that?
It's a condiment. It's like a little chili oil condiment.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it's so good. But so I needed to pick some up for the radish and went to the Tokyo Japanese store in Shadyside, right by the laundromat, which I have never been in. And Sarah had mentioned that it was really great. And so I just went to pick up. As soon as I got in there, I completely forgot what I was doing in there. But I haven't been to a grocery store yet. That is not the right picture.
That's not the right, but we'll find it. We'll get it around.
We can talk about it really quick. One of the things that I did get was the Braddock Library chili cook-off that they do every year. They did a package with Brew Gentlemen this year. It was great. There's a ton of recipes. You get beans, you get peppers, and you get 2 great beers from Brew Gentlemen. It was awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
The chili cook-off's always awesome too.
It's such a good event. I mean, the library holds so many great events, Pat. And
They're it's unending.
Yeah. And we usually participate in some way, but it was nice to see them figure out a way to still connect to the community. And I'm super excited to try one of those recipes in there.
That's fantastic. I want you to report back.
I will.
Okay.
We're gonna make chili this week. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Okay. So back to this. So you were in the Tokyo store there.
Yeah. So I got completely distracted from buying chili crisp, bought a bunch of other stuff, and made myself some super simple ramen. Boom.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're a chef.
Yeah.
But wow.
No, this is just like a packet of ramen that you doctor. So I put the chili crisp in there. I put all the crazy mushrooms in there and a little bit of extra miso, and made myself a little salad, and it was super good. It was super good. But so I have not had a an experience in a grocery store. Besides going into the back door of Pet Mac, I haven't been in one. So I was a little intimidated, but it was super safe. They have little gloves laid out for you when you walk in, and it's a small store, and everyone was super nice.
So they take it to so it's not just masks, there's gloves. They're taking it to the next. That's awesome.
Yeah, which made me feel like I could actually just shop. Great. Oh, and that little cup is some sake I had. Very good.
Well, hey, that's okay. It looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So where else did you travel to this week? I mean, because I feel like you went to a few places.
I did. One thing I did not get a picture of was High Cottage. It's right by my house. We walked up and just picked up some food there. They're doing a banging business. It was super safe. They've always had a great to-go situation, but I got the pumpkin curry because it's pumpkin season. It was good.
I mean, this pumpkin everything, though. Okay, what's your take on this? What's your take on this pumpkin takeover? All right, because I get it. I mean, everybody loves a pumpkin pie. Everybody can like a pumpkin muffin. Maybe we'll talk to Casey about this when she comes on here. But there's pumpkin literally in everything. There's pumpkin beers. There's pumpkin coffees. There's pumpkin tea. There's pumpkin spiced everything. Like literally soups. There's pumpkin is pumpkin. I mean, does it have to get involved in everything? What's your take on it? Are you like embracing it, or are you like?
I'm not like a pumpkin hater because it's really about the pumpkin spice. Like when you're drinking a pumpkin beer, it's the spice, or your latte has no fucking pumpkin in it. It's just ginger and nutmeg and.
Okay.
So pumpkins kind of get like
bad rap.
Are we actually? It's pumpkin season, but are we actually eating pumpkin? Is it really sustainable? No, it's the spices.
Right on.
And I'm not a pumpkin latte person. I'm not a coffee is now a pie.
Okay.
I must, you know me, I'm espresso.
I know. But you know, the people out there want to know. You see, because you're like, no one cares what I eat or what I drink, but you see, that is the key right there. So that's good. Speaking of what you eat, so you were eating some chocolate. What kind of chocolate is that you were eating today?
This is it's cashew butter. It's got cashew butter.
See, I would see that, you know, Kate Romane would obviously not have your garden variety Halloween candy. You would have to have something fancy cashew butter.
You know, it's funny you bring that up. I've just finally moved into some better chocolate because at the beginning of COVID, I was desperate and last year's Halloween candy was back in my cupboard and I broke into it. I'm not going to be shy about it.
It's still good.
I ate. It was still good. You know, it was a little, it was morphed, a little melted.
Was it stiff at all? Was it like hard? Did you like have to like kind of suck on it a little bit just to get like, so you can get your teeth into it? Like, or was it, you know, which was it?
It was, yeah, no, it worked. Like I just had to close my eyes and put it in my mouth and it worked great.
Okay.
It worked great. I mean, it did the trick. And then I bought another bag that was delivered to my house. It was,
and did it taste like fresher? It was more fresh.
It was more fresh.
More fresh. Okay.
So
good.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Like we don't get a lot of Halloween trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood, but I buy them. I buy candy in case. I
do that too. We never had trick-or-treaters. We had a bunch of kids show up once a couple of years ago. Literally, they weren't in costumes. They just knocked on the door and asked for some candy. So I was like, oh, all right. They had like their hoods up. They were just like kids that live in the neighborhood. And so like they all got Kind bars. That's all I had at the house. I was like, that's like chocolate. Here's a granola bar. Here's some Kind bar. Here's like, you know, like that kind of stuff. This one's got almonds. Who wants the dark chocolate sea salt? You know, so basically that's how it happened. And they kind of just hung out in my driveway and ate them. And then just like went home. But anyway, we don't get trick or treating in the city. We don't have it in my neighborhood. It's just not allowed to happen, I guess. And,
really?
Yeah. And they said that they put out the restrictions that they had to put the candy outside. There's no opening the door, greeting people. It's just like candy outside, and the kids have to be socially distant when they go up to the door. Like these were the guidelines that came out. I saw anyway.
Yeah, I was wondering. I haven't followed that. Like, so you just are going to have a bowl of candy out there.
I guess that's what they're suggesting. I don't know if like, you know, I mean, you know, somebody was at Oakmont Bakery today without a mask on taking pictures with a lot of people. So, I mean, you don't know what people are actually going to do. So anyway, enough about that.
I thought this would be a good year to flip it. So like everybody just stays on their own porch and we just drive around and throw candy at.
Like a reverse parade.
Yeah. You know, instead of
like
kids just stand on their porch and we just throw fucking candy at them from the car.
Oh, we go to them. Okay.
Yeah, we just
all right.
throw candy out of the car.
Okay. It could come off as kind of creepy. It could be problematic. Robert Hurst, trick or treat. Oh my goodness. That's a surprise there. Kristen Romaine Atkinson saying hello. All right.
That's my sister. She's actually born on Halloween, so.
Oh wow. So you can never forget her birthday. Yeah, there's no excuse
Special
for that
one.
one. That's great. So that's it. So that's interesting. So we just drive around, and should we drive in a van, maybe like a creepy kind of van?
Yeah, no windows.
No windows, and say free candy on the side of it. This is good. This is something no one's ever thought of. All right, I like where we're going with this. This is something. Okay, you're on point tonight.
It'll be the most rememberable. Like people will remember this Halloween.
They'll remember it. They'll remember that. I mean, I guess they're not going to take stuff to the police station to have the candy X-rayed anymore. I think people are kind of pumping the brakes on that one this year. That was the biggest thing in the world when I was a kid. You got to you got to go to the police station, get the X-rays on the candy, make sure you don't put a razor blade in your candy apple. Even though, I don't think there's going to be candy apples either. I think it's just going to be straight hermetically sealed bags in a box. Anyway, it sucks. But anyway, did you go anywhere else?
Okay, the highlight of the week was today we got we ordered B52 for Black Radish to have for lunch, and I've been trying to get there, but they're just doing lunch or brunch. Or their hours are. Look at that! It was so good. It was so good. Those pastries up there are vegan. Like
what?
What the? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything was super delicious. This little tomato situation was dynamite. All the sauces were good. Salads were great. All the sandwiches, wraps. Everybody tried something different, and it was wonderful.
I love that. Everybody tried that, and you know what? Your photography is getting on point.
I didn't take that picture. That's why.
Oh, all right. Who took that picture? Because your photo. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he does all of our social media, and he does a great job.
Okay, cool. Because I'm like, you know what, Kate? Usually it's just like a ground up piece of tinfoil, and like you with in the background with a sandwich and like a reflection in a mirror, just like eating it, like taking a picture. So, but I'm like, you're picking up your what Kate ate game. All right, this is good. It's fanned out. This is fantastic. All right.
Yeah, so that's where we went. And I'm excited about next week. I have a place I'm gonna go to. You
have a place you know you're gonna go? Do you want to save it? Surprise us next week? Okay, just in case you don't go. Well, Kate, this was another great What Kate Ate. Everybody watching at home, you can see we've got the websites for every place that Kate went in the comments section there, so you can find that out. Check in on it. Hey, we still need to. Where was that place we were supposed to put in a big order from? A big takeout order, a big delivery. We have to do that.
Angelo's. We gotta go there.
Angelo's. We got to get on that. Okay, so I forgot about it. Get caught up in stuff, and then we're good from there. So anyway, I was wondering, Kate, if you would want to, wait, there's something we're missing. We're forgetting something.
Oh!
What? What did that do to upset you? Dave, show that again. What were you? What were you beating? It's like an alternate version of Rocky, and there was like cinematography there, like it panned in. Like, what's that banging? Oh, it's just Kate, mask, gloves, and what were you beating?
Meat.
You were just beating your meat. It's delicious. What is that going to become?
So we're making brunch this weekend. So you literally have to beat the meat, and then roll it up. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but it takes some fucking muscle.
I see that. I see that. Well, you are the chef for the job because
It actually
there
was
was,
cathartic. I had some things to work out, so it felt good.
you know, you could probably charge people to come in there and do that for you because I'm literally I need to get a little bit out too, and there's no way to do that. It's not like the old days. So yeah, so that's amazing. Well, I'm glad we didn't forget that. So you're making brajol. So how can people get this brajol? Is there a way, or tell me about it real quick?
You can sign up for our mailing list. We put out a mailing every week, and right now we're doing Belly Basket through our website. Also, we do a family meal that's usually vegetarian on Friday nights. It's delivery, and then Saturdays we're starting some pickup options. And so on Saturday we're doing brajol. It's coming with a lasagna. We're making literally an Olive Garden salad.
You're gonna have free breadsticks.
Free breadsticks. Some garlic bread. Yeah, it's gonna be like it's okay.
That's fantastic. So
like The Godfather. You're good to
so
go.
get
There it
in
is.
there. Hit up Black Radish Kitchen's website. It's on the screen right there. Get in on that before it goes because everything Kate does tends to sell out. So do not wait till the last minute to get your order in. So Kate, I was wondering if you want to stick around for our next guest.
Yeah.
It happens to be an award-winning pastry chef and an owner of her own bakery. Confections from Casey Renee. Here she is now, Casey Renee.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Casey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
I totally believe you.
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. That's good. I totally believe you. I'm doing okay. It's really good. But you do win the award for best background for tonight.
Thank you.
For show.
Thank you so much. Background and lap round.
Oh. Ready to roll. We love the animals on Alone Together Pittsburgh here. So thank you for that. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming on. We literally have talked about you on this show more times than I can count. So you were like our birthday stop, but it doesn't have to be just that. So you're at your house right now. So you're also having your own brick and mortar place coming up soon.
Yes, and we're getting so close. I got a toilet in there today. Super excited. But we still have some like plumbing to finish up and some painting to do. So
you don't want to use that toilet till the plumbing's finished. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, you're gonna want to wait for that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been quite the experience. I've learned a lot. I get to pick out everything, which is awesome. I've been really like meditating on the decor and the colors because it's somewhere I'm gonna be every day, and I want it to just like feel really good and inviting and like an open space for creativity. So I'm really excited. And
that's going to be in Wilkinsburg?
Yeah, it's in Wilkinsburg. It's right off of Penn Avenue on Wood Street. They're redoing all of those. They basically abandoned buildings. They used to be storefronts. Somebody came in and is renovating everything. And so there's a couple other businesses in there right now, and they're hoping to fill it all up.
So you've been planning this for a while, and then COVID hits, right? So
Yeah.
how far back behind did that put you? Because the construction was going to put you back anyway.
Yeah, so I've been in the works with this since last May, believe it or not. That was when I actually went and started looking at the space. So, things take a lot longer than you expect always. Then when COVID hit, everything just stopped. So I just stopped, and nobody really knew what to do. And then as people started trudging forward, I was like, all right, I need the space still. And, the things just kept happening. And, when we went to the green phase, construction started back up. So I was only a few months behind. I do feel like the pandemic kind of delays things even more, just because it's just harder to do everything. But I am getting so close. I've been calling it the hopening. The hopening is coming. So I'm almost there.
Well, I mean, the pastries that you make, the cakes that you make, the cupcake, everything that you do there, I mean, I'm gonna speak from experience. It's friggin' delicious, right? It's fucking amazing. Like, but that's right. Look, the puppy agrees with me. But I mean, it's also, the stuff is like a work of art. It's gorgeous. Like, it's almost like, I have gotten your cakes for other people, and they're like, is this actually a real cake?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's amazing. Like, look at these cupcakes right here. I mean, like, it's just remarkable how you do this. So, now go ahead.
So how have you? Are people doing like? I know that I've gotten a couple of those really cute little cakes. I feel like you've adjusted so well to like having to, like, people still want to celebrate, and you have this perfect product for that. It's awesome.
Yeah. So in the beginning of COVID, when everything shut down, all my weddings started canceling, and that was going to be the way that I was gonna, hopefully turn a profit this year. Yeah. Right. So all the weddings are gone. And, but then something happened where just the retail cakes started going through the roof. Everybody wanted something small that they could, like, something special that they could celebrate with. And yeah, the tiny cakes are great because it's a 3-inch cake. So it's like this big, but I still put all the care and time and effort into this tiny little cake that I would for a wedding cake. So you're getting that experience with everything. I like to make desserts that make you feel something. You feel special. You feel excited. You're happy when you look at it. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. And I like to match my desserts also.
which is crazy when you're putting out a lot in one day. It's a lot of costume changes, a lot of wardrobe.
I mean, I welcome that.
Okay. But
it comes through. I've had a number of those little cakes. So beautiful, and they do feel so special. So
So
I love what you're doing.
I mentioned this before. Last week was Kate's birthday, and I didn't realize that it was Kate's birthday till it was her birthday. And I texted Casey, and I was like, we got to get a cake. Blah blah blah. She was like, I'm totally serious. I'm like, well, it's Kate Romane's birthday. She was like, well, I'm already doing a cake for Kate. I'm like, somebody planned ahead, Patrick. Maybe you should know a little bit better about that. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, as long as she gets one. But the tiny cakes, have people ever have families ever bought 6 of them and spread them out to different things? Because we do Zoom birthday parties in my family for my sister's kids.
That's a great idea. Yeah, actually, well, my mom bought a bunch of them for Mother's Day and then dropped them off to my grandma, one to my aunt, one to my sister. So that was really sweet.
Right. Oh, nice.
And I had somebody do one. They did a couple tiny cakes for their birthday. They wanted to try a few different things. And this was right whenever quarantine started too. So they got to have a nice little extravagance, but they didn't have to buy a huge cake.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You see what's going on there, Kate? Talk Casey through what's going on the screen there.
That's a dumpster fire in the back of my car. That's am I gonna put that? Somebody's got too many candles in there. I don't know.
Aw, how did you blow them out?
With a straw, so that to keep
COVID. To keep the spread, she blew it into a straw into the back of a covered cab on the pickup truck there. But here's the messed up thing.
What does the straw do? Oh, it catches all the spit.
It catches the spit and it keeps it all, so all that spit goes onto the cake that everyone eats, but it doesn't go airborne.
Yeah.
I just made that up as I went. But what ended up happening, they used trick candles in that cake, Casey. There was trick candles. So it was everybody's wearing masks down at the park the whole time. It was like we were tailgating for a Pop Warner football team that was practicing nearby. And it just happened to be a block from my house. So we walked down. There was underage people there. There was alcohol there. The underage person was my 2-year-old. But it was fun. Yeah, Pepper was there. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
I know she parties.
She likes to get down. She can make it happen.
Yeah.
But so how far in advance should people this was my segue before I got sidetracked by the thing. How far in advance should people order from you if they go on there? What's realistic
Yes, so I need at least 48 hours because everything is custom made. I don't have cake sitting around waiting to be sold. When I get an order, I make everything fresh. So I need at least 48 hours. But if you could do more than that, that would be awesome. And things, because with whenever we'll see with the holidays. Sometimes I have to cut off orders that week if I am too busy. So yeah, I would say get it in if you can at least a week. That'd be great.
And through the website or?
Yep, you can go right on my website and you can fill it out and send your order right there. And then you'll get a confirmation and an invoice. Everything's online. So you don't even have to talk to me on the phone.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it makes it easier for me. Yeah.
I had to bring something up for you too. Two things. Okay, fall specials. What's your take on pumpkin?
I love it. I love all pumpkin.
Okay,
everything.
That's good. That's good.
I even bought. Okay, I bought pumpkin tortilla chips.
This is what I'm talking about.
And they're really good. They're really good. My roommate even said they're good.
Are they sweet?
No, they just have like pumpkin in them, and so they add this like just underlying flavor of like, this is better than a regular chip, but it's not like offensive. It's not sweet. It just adds this like baseline of just like rich goodness.
Kate totally wants pumpkin tortilla chips now. I can see her. The wheels are turning.
You sold that hard. That was good.
Thank you. I was channeling it. I was remembering when I ate them.
Andy Rogers wants to know if there was no birthday cake for Pete. Pete's family made his own desserts and everything else for Pete yesterday. So we can't say we didn't try, but the box was already checked for that. But maybe down the road we'll get an alone together cake from Casey Renee. And that's the way we can put that together. All right. So something else. So when you have your brick and mortar, right, is everything still going to be, kind of custom made to order kind of a thing? Or will you have like every day in the shop, we have these things?
So at first it's going to have to be all custom orders. You have to order ahead of time. But once I get that going and I feel good about that and I'm able to hire some people, then we'll start talking retail in the front. But as of right now, you can't just walk in and buy a cookie. You can't just walk in and say, can I get happy birthday written on a cake real quick? That's not, I'm sorry.
That's what'll happen if you ask to get happy birthday written on your cake. No, that was
like,
that's what she
meringue in the back. No. Yeah. So at first, that's how it will be. But yeah, hopefully down the road, I'll be able to adjust to be able to offer some things.
All right.
We'll see.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So ballpark, you think in a couple of months?
I'm hoping. All right. The hoping. I'm hoping before Thanksgiving, I'm in there thinking, I'm squeezing I'm like white knuckling.
I see.
I'm hoping, before the holidays, I'm in there. I know what that means in construction time, but I'm putting it out there.
Okay. Well, you got to set the goal. You got to draw the line in the sand.
I mean, I've drawn many lines so far. I always thought we were going to be open like June. So
if you can get it done by Thanksgiving, that's amazing. So Casey, thank you. You are an actual true artist at this, and I highly recommend anyone watching, please, if you have not tried Casey Renee's anything, please do. You'll thank me for it.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So we'll see you soon. And Casey, when you get it open, maybe you come back, give us a little tour.
I totally will do that.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Casey.
All right, thank you.
Right.
I know.
All right, Kate.
I'm still here.
You're still here, but we can say goodbye if you want to.
No, I'm
you want to hang?
I'd love to hang.
Okay. So I'll tell you what. So before I get to what is normally a Friday night contributor of Dave Bracey, I want to tell you one thing, a quick thing about another one of our sponsors, Farm to Table. That's right. Okay, so Farm to Table is a sponsor of Alone Together. Buy fresh, buy local. Farm to Table PA. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it local. Go to that website right there if you want to find out what's going on. If you want to have you want to buy your festive decorations. If you want to buy pumpkins, gourds. It's decorative gourd season, people. You want to find out where to do it? There you have it. They also have an itemized list of where all the farmers markets are, who's open when, where, and what, how to get your CSAs, how to get delivered, and how to take care of buying fresh and buying local. So go to farmtotablepa.com. All right, so now this is the part of the segment which is usually reserved for Friday nights, but here it is on a special Thursday. Here it is, some local brews with Dave Bracey.
What's good, y'all, man?
What's happening? You on a Thursday? I don't even know where I am right now.
What is time anyway, other than a flat circle? You know what I mean? Like, nobody knows what the fuck. Like, you know how hard it is to understand what time is? Like, in COVID? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I wake up, it's like, I don't know, 7 a.m. Like, I roll over for a nap, and then it's like, fucking October. Like, it's just weird. It's weird. So thank you for having me. Whatever, like, what is time? Who cares? Like, that is really, like, as an event planner, the understanding that time has no real meaning has been detrimental to my understanding. Like everything that I do is like, well, you got to do here and this, and if you don't get it done, it's all this, and at the end of the day, none of it fucking matters. Like, none of it fucking matters. So,
all right, so I'm agreeing with you, but okay, and I'll throw this to Kate too. Like, so I feel like it's a different clock right now with COVID, right? How it's what's happening. Have you guys come across people where it's not a different clock and it is the same intensity, and it's like there's like a oil and water kind of like there's like a bump in heads where somebody's like, I don't care if it's COVID. You get like basically like it's every now and then I run into like very time oriented people who are very much still in that grind. And
those are called essential workers, and we should respect them for keeping the society going.
But I'm not talking about essential workers. I'm talking about like somebody whose work is not quite essential, and they really like a playwright is trying to get me to have them write a play. And they're like well, she's like, come on, Patrick, come on. I'm like, I can't write. I can't.
Essential is relative, Pat. You see what I'm saying? They feel that shit is essential. You see what I'm saying? Like, like I thought what I did was like important, and then I realized nobody gives a fuck. Like, what they really want is food and water. Like, that's what people really. Entertainment, maybe, but can you make sure my lights are on? You see what I'm saying? Those are essential. But like, I understood that. Some people are just like, you know what, this matters right now, and I get it, and I appreciate those folks. Like, I appreciate the folks that are gonna keep like clocks running. Like, there's the atomic clock out in Arizona or some shit like that. Shout out to them. You know what I mean, for keeping society running. Because like I can wake up.
Shout out to the atomic clock.
If everybody played a prank and was like, oh, it's 2025, welcome. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and you could convince me it was 2025, and I would just be like, all right, it makes sense. So what's next? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing matters. So shout out to the people that like have some modicum of understanding of what time, because the body clock I thought I had a body clock, right? Like, you wake up at a certain time, my body clock was 7 a.m. 6 or 7 a.m. was my body clock. Now it's 4 a.m. It's 10 a.m. It's 3 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild, man. So,
we haven't talked about the stresses of living in COVID. And we've done 105 of these shows or whatever. So early on, we talked about this a lot. We've kind of forgotten. We're still in that same locked in world where there's different stresses, there's different anxieties, there's stuff that we're all kind of used to it, but we're still sweating it out. And like every now and then something will like rack you back into like reality of it. So
I've been on this show, like a couple of months? I've aged 10 years. You see these wrinkles? Like, this is a new, like, I'm a different, like, me.
Bro, that look at that, the side of my head's gray. It wasn't like that before. I don't know what happened. This shit just popped out. I had a nice black beard, and then now it's just white. It wasn't. There was no salt, pepper. There was no like like a beige era. It just went straight from like black to white. No silver fox, nothing gray, white.
I admire that because my shit is lit right now. Like I get a spot here, I get a spot there, and like people keep like being like, hey bro, and I'm like, no, that's just a part of me. Like that's just who I am now. Like I'm a dirty guy until it starts to. And so you are a distinguished gentleman. I'm just a dude with some lint in his beard right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a different struggle. You see what I'm saying? Like we live in two different COVID struggles over here, bro.
But we're all in that same COVID world, though.
True.
All right. So Dave just said Just for Men's out of stock. Apparently. So anyway, okay. One thing. What are you drinking right now? Where are you?
At the People's, and this is this is Amador. I can't bring the bottle out because it's holding my phone up because that's how we do this show. But it is a barrel aged bourbon, and it is not local. It is just the thing that I'm drinking right now.
Okay.
But I do appreciate it. The thing that I did come to talk on the show about, I just found we got sauced here. Now sauce is a peach mango passion fruit sauce. Now sauce is a series from Union Brothers, and Union Brothers is out in Zelienople, and I was with these motherfuckers when they was shooting in the gym, right? Yeah, I mean, like a couple of years ago, I met them at Butler Brewworks, and we were having some beers, and I was up there to visit Travis. I mean, one of the owners, Travis and Nate, the guys over the brewers over at Butler, and we were chopping it up, and these guys were sitting at the end of the bar, and they were giving me shit because I ordered a wrap. Yeah, I mean, and they were like, oh, look at this guy ordering wraps and shit. And I was like, but I'm a man. This has beef in it. And they were like, And so it was this whole back and forth. And at the end of it, I was on my way out, and they were like, hey, bro, I mean? And he went into his truck, and he handed me this 4-pack of beer. And he was like, yo, I'm brewing or whatever. Like, try this out. Like, I mean? So I went back home, and I had it, and there were 3 different beers. And one of them was this double IPA called Knuckle Tats. And I was like, me and my friend Chris at the time were drinking, and like we both stopped and looked at each other. Was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, who is this? So I gave him a call, like, yo, bro, what is you doing? Who are you? And he was like, yeah, we're still home brewing or whatever, but we're trying to open up here shortly, and we're just trying to find ways to kind of get our beer out. So we invited them to pour beer at our open, like at our Epic Nights of Comedy, like we do a lot of the other established brewers. So they came down, and like anywhere that we had an event that we could fit them in, we would fit them in, and they would come with like 4, 5, 6 different varieties of beer that they were brewing in their basement or wherever they were brewing, the garage or wherever. And it was top shelf shit, like shit that you could like. I was like, what? Like, wow, like you gotta open up eventually. So 2 years of pouring at all these different events, and they finally opened up, and they opened up like right before COVID hit. So like we're like, holy, like, is it gonna last? Is it gonna be a thing? But like, not only did they open up, but they have been thriving. They spaced. They found a canning line. They even like, and they found a canning line, and they started out with crowlers. But now, like, and I honestly, man, I didn't even realize until today, and I picked this up. But they have like actual 16-ounce cans, and I don't know if you know anything about the whole aluminum can shortage that's happening in America. Thank you, Pepsi and Coca-Cola. But everybody's at home, so everybody's like getting their beer, everybody's getting their their cans. You know what I mean? And like there's this shortage. So for a new brewery to open up and be able to, 1, afford a canning line, which is dumb expensive, but then 2, to actually be able to procure cans says a lot. And then to be successful during the pandemic, it's wild, man. So like for me, this can is a moment for me. It's like I don't know, it's a symbol of perseverance. You know what I mean? Like, not to get too sentimental or emotional or whatever, but like, like I said, I was with these dudes when they were shooting in the gym before, like, they had anything, going or whatever, and they were just looking for some opportunity. And now they're being distributed around the area during the pandemic. In the same year that they opened up, they're also being distributed in this pandemic, and they're still making the same quality, because typically a beer, like, you know, if you're home brewing and you get to that big batch, like that big system, there's a drop off in quality because you have to try to figure out, you know, like how to use that. These guys had no drop off, man. They just went from home to like in, and then not only that, but they persevered, man, and it just, so it's nice. So shout out to those guys. I have not had it yet. So
All right.
I'm a pop this bad bitch, and we gonna find out. I mean, I've been a fan of the series. It is a sour series. They have mimosas. They have strawberry lemonades. They have quite a few, and this one is a peach mango passion fruit. So you know, I mean, look at that haze on there. That like, that body looks nice. The head on it, the aroma, fruity notes and shit. You know, don't get me to talking about flavor.
I hope it tastes good. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. I hope it tastes as good as it smells.
Yeah. Okay. I ain't mad at them, man. That is nice because it's a nice balance of all the different fruits, but like not one of them overpowers it. And like the other thing I like about this sour series is it's not too tart. Like it's not one of those like where you'd be like, ooh, like what are you doing? Like it's not one of those. You know what I mean? Like it's just it gets you. It's like
get you here. It gets you right here.
Yeah, right there. You know what I mean? You got and as soon as it starts to wear off, you want some more. You see what I'm saying? That's a good sour. So shout out to them for doing that, and congratulations. You know what I mean? If you're watching, you know, for making it. And
we can find that around the area here.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, Carson Street, up in Creekside, up in Zilly. I don't know where they're all distributed. I can tell you the couple that I know.
All right. I bet you I could find that on their website. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find it on a website. Like I said, I didn't even realize. I texted him. I was like, "Yo, I found your beer in the wild." Like, yeah, I mean, it's wild. Imagine having a friend and then you bump into their shit in the wild. You'd be like, "What? I didn't even know you was popping like that." Be like, you know. So it was a moment. So shout out to Zach out in Union. Shout out to him. And then the next thing I got going here is this seltzer drip. So I figured I wanted to, you know, mix it up a little bit. This is Grist House.
Okay.
Shout out to the homies down at Grist House. This is a tangerine and blackberry seltzer. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of seltzers. You know, it's not my bag, but that's all right. You know, that's the beauty of craft beer or craft water. I guess we're going into the age of.
But before you get into this, have you ever tried pumpkin seltzer water? I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, in hell. I'm waiting for that. But so seltzer, I don't know if for the White Claws or Trulies. Basically, it's like rum. So rum is, for the folks that don't know, rum is cane sugar that's been fermented, you know what I mean, and then distilled into rum. So this is kind of the same. Seltzer water is kind of the same. It's the pre-distillate of rum. It's sugar, water, yeast. They piss into the water, and then you drink what that is. Now they'll throw a little bit of flavoring into it. So like tangerine and blackberry. So this is tangerine and blackberry flavored yeast piss. And, you know, people enjoy that because it has less flavor than beer that has like, you know, malt, barley, hops, you know, like shit like that. People just want, you know, that you're out there, it's a hot day, and you know, you want to get fucked up, but you don't want to get fat. You see what I'm saying? You're fucked up but not fat. So seltzer water comes into that, right? You know what I mean? And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to. You're not drinking it going, what hop is this? Or where did these these malted barleys? Like, candy? Like, no, you don't do that. You just drink it and you fucking forget about it. In fact, when you're drinking it, you probably want to forget about it because it's not that great, at least in my opinion. But, you know.
You should get into branding.
There is a demographic, like there are a demographic of people that love this shit, right? Like, and it is, there's nothing wrong with that in any way, shape, or form. It is amazing. It's cheaper to make than beer. faster to make than beer, and it has a much higher profit margin than beer. So, you know, those like the 53% would love this. You know, those moms that are out there in the suburbs and they're just trying to get their kids and they're just like, you know, they can pour this in and like, oh, look at the color of this, right? Pour that into the glass. Kids don't even know. Kids don't, I mean, you helping them with their homework, they don't know. They don't know the difference. That's pop right there.
Just pour that into their Yeti to go coffee cup, put it in the Suburban, take the kids to soccer.
You're good. I mean, throw that in the bottle, you're good. I mean,
just some tomato juice, some watermelon juice, honey. Don't worry about it.
Mommy's juice. It's mommy's juice.
It's mommy's juice.
You can't have any. No.
It's all right.
Remy, Drabkin.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, Drabkins.
All right, so
and the kids get their education, they get their tutoring. They're like, oh wow, mom isn't like snapping out because of the pandemic now anymore. Why? It's because it's that mommy juice. So
mommy drinks that mommy juice, and she finds it funny when I get an F in algebra. It's amazing. Let's get mommy more of that juice.
So it is delicious. Like I said, I mean, it's one of those things that. And it's this particular one is 5% and it's gluten free. So, you know, again, that's one of the things that shout out to Aural Brewing, you know, out on the north side or whatever. Gluten is an issue because beer has gluten. So, you know, a lot of folks can't drink things like that. Seltzer doesn't have any of that. Low calorie, no gluten. As long as you don't mix any kind of milk in that bitch, like there's no milk in it, there's no lactose. Like it's very friendly to most diets and bodies or whatever, except for the Muslims apparently, because they don't particularly like alcohol. Shout out to marijuana for that. But you know, if you like alcohol and you don't want to get too big or ruin your life or your children's life, there it is.
I tell you what, Dave, I'm going to tell you something right now. It's just my observation.
Great.
We got to get you in on Thursdays more often, man, because you are on fire tonight. I mean, I think by Friday you might be a little run down. I don't know if it's your COVID clock or whatever, but you are just like from the hip, and this is like it's like all of them are like chef's kiss. Like everything you're saying tonight is just on point. You're on a group. I don't want to interrupt anymore. Go on.
So good. So good.
It's been a productive day, man. You know what I mean? It's always nice to see the folks and whatnot. And yeah, man, with the way the world has been burning in particular this week, it's nice to see y'all. And yeah, I mean, like, especially Kate, man. Shout out to you. I haven't seen you since you were so majestically placed on this horse. Like, man, I'm feeling awe. Like, I keep telling my friends, I was like, yo, there was a horse. Like, yeah, I mean, I can't wait.
We had a magical.
You owned that motherfucker. So shout out to you. Like,
I'm gonna have to agree with Day.
A little scary, Will.
Well, my favorite part was when that bareback horse decided to just ride away, and Kate was just like, never froze. She was like, see you guys later. And then the horse was 20 yards away. I was like. That's Kate pounding the old brajol. Getting ready for the weekend. All right, but anyway, go ahead. So, Dave, I gotta ask you a question. Side notes: we've got this Night of the Living Dead takeover here happening tomorrow, right? With some of the original cast members, everything. Would you want to make yourself a zombie and send us a couple of second little clip of you doing some kind of zombie stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm all about the zombies or whatever. Yeah, I mean, wait, so what is it? Is that George Romero? Yeah,
he's passed away, but
yeah.
we've got it's the George Romero Night of the Living Dead, the original one, and then
that's what you think. Yeah, I mean, until he shows up to the show tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I guess you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But we've also got Tom Savini, who did the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. So Tom will be there. So it's going to be good. So, but we're looking. Wow,
that is good shit. That guy he's reclusive and he is a goddamn genius. And like my favorite, as much as I love Tom Savini's work, my favorite Tom Savini moment is in fucking From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I mean, like he was.
he was.
Is it a vampire?
Spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding. Like everybody does. So his character, Sex Machine, was actually in our Jagoff poll and went through 3 levels, and I think he lost to the cookie table.
What?
But
Sex Machine lost to the cookie table?
but Sex Machine like gobbled up the
Only
competition.
Pittsburgh.
Gobbled up the competition, but the cookie table. But there it is, right? There's the Jeremy Raymer mural.
That was Jeremy
That's
Raymer. Yo,
Yeah.
like, oh man, he had the dick pistol.
So-
Like that was like who? That is cinematic gold, man. I love that dude. Yeah, no, I will.
Kate, what?
He's got a shop in the warehouse that we're in.
Yeah.
And they're just making Jason masks that are COVID masks.
What?
Yeah.
Like-
So I don't know if they're on sale yet, and maybe I'm like picking
You're-
out a trend.
you're
every
break-
time I
you're
walk
break-
down the hall, I see they're just pulling out trays of Jason COVID masks.
What?
It's
Yeah, I
super
need parts
wild.
of that. Whenever that happens, I need parts of that. I need like 3 of those. In case
We'll find
there's
out.
one.
Speak of the devil.
Oh my god.
Sex Machine.
All right. But anyway, guys, I could talk all night, but we still have another guest we have to get to,
Sorry.
who's going to
Sorry.
send us in a meditative, transient kind of like we're all gonna get mellowed out here. We're gonna be healed by these amazing these gongs are gonna blow your mind. Wait till you guys
So let's-
see this. Go on.
Before you get to that, let's
Sure.
on with some fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Like I don't know how that works. Fuck that dude.
I could have sworn that you were gonna miss it tonight,
I missed it
and he's there's a debate going on right now that he's live in right now.
It doesn't matter what he's saying.
No,
right now.
but your that little mantra there might actually.
There with you.
All right, well,
You got
you got the gong. All right, well. After to build that up, if you guys want to hang out, we can chime back in. But Mike's been waiting patiently in the wings here.
I
So
appreciate y'all, man.
but
I'll see
Dave-
y'all tomorrow, zombie. I'll send y'all some zombie shit, man.
Okay,
I'm
please send us zombie shit. Coming in the door, round the window, just a little bit. I told Kate, put some chocolate syrup on your face, shoot it in black and white. No one will know the difference. All right, thank you, Day.
Hey, take it easy. Stay safe.
All right.
Mask the fuck up.
Yes, there it is. All right, thank you. Those are our regular. Kate, you can hang if you want to too. Just stick in the green room. All right, great. But yeah, Kate's always here on Thursdays. Dave's usually here on Fridays. But with the energy that he brought tonight, maybe we could change it up. Without further ado, I want to get. Let's check in on the in-show voting poll real quick. Dave, what's happening on the in-show voting poll? How's it going?
Looks like the Arts Fest is knocking this one out of the park. Who'd have thought?
I guess they don't gotta regatta. Okay, so you can keep voting on that here for another 10 minutes or so. But without further ado, I'd like to bring out Mike Tamburo. He's going to take us on an oral journey. Mike, thanks for waiting, man. Sorry we ran a little long there.
It was excellent.
Oh, good.
I've had all day.
So I thought Casey Renee had the best backdrop of the night. Apparently I was wrong, because what's happening, what is how many gongs, instruments, what am I looking at here?
Well, just a lot of different metal instruments, a lot of gongs, tam-tams. These are actually dinner plates that we're looking at up top.
Oh,
That were turned into gongs. And then some instruments that were made for me. Just some different plate instruments. Just a lot of metal.
Mike, I'm gonna jump out of order here, but how did you get involved? What made you want to start like playing these gongs?
I'm not sure. I was really into I think perception, like into understanding perception and changing my perception, and really into getting deeply into music, like letting music just take me somewhere. And so I had a lot of experience like that, where I just let music take me somewhere, and I started studying a little bit of physics around music, and got really interested in the harmonic series and overtone series, and sort of realized that the gong was the ultimate instrument as far as that was concerned. And I don't know, and then I guess inertia. You know, I just started doing it and then liked it and kept doing it.
So where are you currently right now?
I'm in my parents' basement in New Kensington.
You're in your parents' basement in New Ken.
Yeah.
So did I mean? Have you just been there all along, or did you come back here for because of COVID, or I mean, it'd be hard to move all those gongs.
Well, actually, my living for years, I was living in a van, and I was taking these gongs all over the country and doing concerts, and then doing workshops where I would teach people to play the gong and teach people to play metal percussion. And mostly, it's like you know, you're teaching a certain kind of listening. Whenever I talk about playing, so the gong is really all about listening. And yeah, so I was in Florida whenever it just seemed that I had to cancel my tour. I think the last concert I did was on March 12th.
Oh wow!
And I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I'd been living in pretty much on tour for a few years. Tried to live in California a little bit, but it didn't really work out. So I still have stuff in California, but in a storage locker. But you know, I was on this tour that I thought it was a very well booked tour, maybe one of my best, and I didn't get to see exactly how it all worked out. But I did like 40 shows already on that tour. And,
oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's
all right.
Yeah. So I mean, when you travel, I mean, are you taking how many of those gongs are with you when you're bouncing from place to place?
Well, I have a number of setups that I use. So one is my concert setup, and then the other is my training setup. And so the concert setup, I'm probably using somewhere around 60 instruments.
Wow.
Or something like that. And then in the training, I think I had over 200 instruments that I was showing to people. There's a certain kind of like ethnomusicological take that I'm using. Whereas like I would show people these instruments. I would get instruments from all over the world and then show them to people and teach them techniques that I've learned.
That's amazing. This is something that that hasn't really occurred to me. I haven't thought about it. But how does a gong heal a person? I know that's part of what you're doing too.
I don't think that a gong necessarily heals a person. I think that you know, people heal themselves, and I think people enter into situations where stress can be released, and where mental constructs that weren't needed in their lives anymore could be let go, and where people can sigh, where people can relax. You know, I think healing is really mysterious, but I really kind of set up a space for meditation and inner work, like inner work while listening. I think whenever you really hone into your senses in like a really deep way, where like your attention is almost like hyperactive, something interesting happens to consciousness. And I think that's my real interest, is kind of creating this space where somebody can really explore themselves. It's kind of timeless. And hopefully beautiful. Like I really want to try to create like a really positive, aesthetic, and epic experience for people.
I got muted there for a second there. I went onto your website, and I'll agree, it was beautiful, man. I mean, I got caught listening to it. Not caught listening to it. I just started listening to a lot of things on your site, and it was actually really beautiful. And so I love what you're doing. Is there? I mean, I'm sure there's differences between all the gongs there behind you. So I mean, what have you got? Are there some of them that are your favorites? I don't know. Are you able to take me around and
I'll
do a little Mr. Rogers thing?
Sure. This instrument here is probably my favorite. This is a 44-inch wind gong, and Chinese in origin. I'll give it a little strike for you. So I play the gong in a few different ways. either using different size mallets that will give me different tones. I'm striking the gong, or I'm striking the gong repeatedly, and I'm getting quieter or louder, or hitting harder or softer. And then another way I play is with friction. And then maybe the third way I play is kind of more of like a drumming. So anyway, yes, this is a 44-inch wind gong or a fen gong. This is made of bronze. So like your gongs are generally made of bronze or brass. So bronze is copper and tin. Brass is copper and zinc. Or nickel silver. So this is a mixture of copper, zinc, and nickel. This has kind of a different sound to it. So this gong is made by Peisty in Germany. And then down here I have a 24-inch chow gong.
So see, this is so much more than I was anticipating. I thought you were gonna hit a gong and I was gonna have to stop making jokes or something.
Yeah, well,
But
we can joke too. I mean,
no, I meant like, no, I'm good. But I was wondering before we do this, I was hoping that you might be maybe to kind of play us out here tonight. But maybe turn up your mic just one little notch.
Yeah.
And I'd love it. I mean, there's a lot of a lot of stress going on right now, and a lot of people are always constantly running and all hyped up. It'd be beautiful if you could just play us out here for a few minutes or whatever you're feeling.
Oh, sure. Do you want me to talk about some more of the instruments? Or,
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
all right,
Yeah.
So now the classic idea of what a gong is really a nipple instrument. Get a better mallet, actually. So these are Thai gongs. Over here I have bow gongs, which are similar to Thai gongs. Also have a nipple. And then right here, these are also wind gongs, small wind gongs. And these are small chow gongs. I also have instruments that I'm not sure if you can see that I put flat. Excuse me, I caught on my bass drum. And I'm going to switch cameras for you.
Go ahead. Sarah D'Addario says it's good to see you, Tambo.
Oh, Sarah, wonderful to hear your voice and have you come into my mind. So this is what I've been building during COVID.
Oh my.
I decided I wanted to start playing drums more. And the gongs are drums, but this is kind of a different thing. So this is called the allophone. This is made in Denmark. Essentially, they're bells. So that's one part of this. And then these are called Omglocken. These are Swiss cowbells. And then these are really interesting instruments made by Pete Engelhardt. These are called garapata bells. It has all sorts of instruments with springs on them. So a lot of what I wanted to do with this was have a instrument that just made a lot of noise if I shook it. I couldn't get this to be quiet. The stand was buzzing because I had so many pieces of metal, so I just decided to keep adding stuff. And this is kind of what I've been working on now. with all
Awesome.
the weird jangly things. Yeah, so I'd be happy to. And then in the back of the room, let me switch cameras one more time. I'd put together a set of instruments, and I'd come up with some of my own tunings. And then I had these instruments made. You can't actually, well, some of these gongs, but these are super nice. So I have these bell plates. Sort of sound like church bells.
Hmm.
And then also these triangles, they spin. Yeah, so, I was just kind of this traveling
Right.
person that's carried around a bunch of metal instruments and really kind of like
That's
been
amazing.
living in a van for a few years and sort of like a good anarchist, I guess.
Right. That's amazing. So I mean, I was wondering. Oh, maybe if you could turn up one more notch.
One more
Turn
notch,
up
okay.
one more notch. I was wondering, would you want to give us a couple minute taste of just a little bit of music?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Do you want me just to like kind of go around my room, or?
Yeah, I mean, go around, play what you do. Just give us a couple minutes there. Just kind of. Everybody's like our Facebook feed's blowing up. Everybody wants a gong now. Everyone needs a gong in their
Everybody
life.
should have gongs. I sell gongs.
Oh, you do? Before we get into just playing this out, tell me about this. You sell gongs?
Yeah, I work with a gong distributor that brings gongs into the country and sort of organizes things, and then I put people in touch with their gongs. Usually, like right now, we have PEDUTO'S made, and sometimes I'll handpick gongs for people as well, but not right now.
Right.
But yeah, and so I'm also starting to make instruments. I'm making bell plates. So I just rented a workshop space in New Kensington to start, and I had like 86 bell plates cut, and now I just have to drill them and fine tune them.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
We love it. And everyone can find this all out on your website.
I don't really tell people that often that I sell gongs because I never really wanted to be a musical salesperson, but it's more like people who I talk to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So eventually, a lot of people in the gong world end up making it to me, and we meet, or I make it to them.
Awesome.
Yeah. Interesting thing. I just got this. This is just a rod. I put rosin on it. Oh, let me see what's going on. It's kind of fascinating. It's just I'm just holding in the center. This is my new, I just started playing the rod yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean,
Yeah, I'd be happy to play for you.
yeah, thank you so much, man. We would love it if you just gave us a couple of minutes just to just see it, how it sounds kind of all put together.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to go until like what time?
What do you think? 5-10 minutes? Dave, how much time do we have? Dave?
He's falling asleep.
Dave's falling asleep.
I'm
There
here.
he
I'm
is.
texting you. I'm saying go in, baby.
Let's go in.
Let's go as long. Let's go on a journey. Everybody's ready to strap in. Let's do this.
You want to go for about 10 minutes? Sound good?
Yeah.
That sounds great. All right. Let me just get my timer set.
All right, you get the timer set. This is Mike Timburo is going to be here. SoundEternal.com. He's also on Facebook. Check it out while we're getting ready for this. And yeah, I'm excited for this right now. Could use it.
Yeah. just relax. Whatever you do to relax. It's helpful to breathe. Hopefully you have good headphones. And yeah, I'll see you in 10 minutes. I just get my mallets ready. All right. I think that we're at about time, from what I said.
I'm sorry, I've muted because I didn't want you to hear me take a drink of water. I'm very relaxed right now. I'm feeling a lot better. That was wild.
Good.
Well,
Usually it's a lot slower. But
No, but it was right in my wheelhouse today. I'm sure Dave wanted it to be slower.
it's like my most ADD version of
That was your ADD version, and I'm like super chilled out right now. But anyway, Mike, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for doing that for us, man. That was amazing.
my pleasure.
Thanks for opening our minds. And check out Sound Eternal, soundseternal.com, and find out more about Mike, and check him out. Get some of his music. Thanks so much,
Happy
Mike.
birthday to Pete, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday to Pete. Pete, are you here? Did Pete make it back?
He's here, but he's not here.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to it next time. Well, anyway, thanks, Mike. And if you want to do some kind of crazy zombie thing tonight and send it to us, let us know because we're looking for zombie stuff.
I have some cool video effects. Maybe I can try.
Go for it, buddy. All right. Thanks so much. And we'll see you soon, man. Thank you, Mike. All right, folks, we've come to the end of our show here tonight, which means we need to do two things before we wrap. Dave, who won?
I'm here.
Do we got a regatta?
I'm here.
Do we got a regatta, or is the Arts Fest just still laying waste?
You know what? Regatta didn't stand a chance. Nobody wants to regatta right now. You know what I mean? They don't
Right
got a
on.
regatta. No thanks to Reganza. Whatever. Arts
Okay.
Fest 87%. Regatta. Boom. 13.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sad.
Now
It's
do me a
sad.
do me a favor.
Let's light a candle for the regatta.
We got a big overnight. I know it's big. Okay. Are you ready to tell people what the overnight Jagoff poll is?
You betcha. Here we go. This one's going to be a monster. A monster. Ladies and gentlemen, under the order of all that is creepy and Halloweeny, we have a showdown of Jagoff that cannot be missed. Two titans of the holiday season. The Attack Theater Dirty Ball versus the Eveline Halloween Party. Attack Theater Dirty Ball, the ball where they get dirty. Everyone gets together and puts on their leotards and gets dirty with the pole dancing. Or the Eveline Party, where up is down, left is right. Everyone's vomiting up fresh Nathan's hot dogs and loving it. Attack Theater versus Dirty Ball versus Eveline. Where do you stand? Titans of Power. Titans of Halloween. Take it home, Pittsburgh. There's nowhere to go but down.
People are gonna be upset.
My
People are
my poor neighbors.
Oh my God!
I can hear
sorry.
the neighbors when they're yelling and sneezing or like joking around. So like, what do you think they think? You know what I mean? Happy Halloween, motherfuckers! Just kidding.
That's good. I feel sorry for your neighbors, but thank you for that, Dave. There are going to be some people pissed off at us after this. These are two beloved functions.
Institutions.
Institutions. The Dirty Ball. I mean, I've worked both parties. I've performed several times at the Dirty Ball. I've helped build both parties, and I tended bar at the Eveline for over a decade. So it's
How can you be in two places at once, man?
well, the Dirty Ball wasn't always on the hardcore first Saturday nearest Halloween, so
Okay,
that
I
wasn't.
don't understand how that works. But I just got to say here,
Eveline Party was always the Saturday before Halloween.
you're talking. I don't know how calendars work.
I understand. You're back to that thing we were talking about with Dave before, but they're not on the same place at the same time.
Like you said, it's like a pancake that folds over on itself. Time is it's a booger that you roll up and you flick out the window in the car when you're
Well,
driving.
this has gone smashingly. But I will tell you this: tomorrow night's big night. So if you're still watching here, tell your friends. We're gonna raise a couple of bucks for PA Democrats, and Pennsylvania's a key state there, and for Biden-Harris campaign. So get on it right there. It's tomorrow. It's 8:00. Go to goulsforgood.com for more information. Hashtag. You find the links to kick in. You can kick in now to our Act Blue fund right there if you want to just do that and just chill. Also, Table Magazine did a little cocktail that if you want to find out about it, it's on our Facebook page. They did a cocktail for us. That if you want to go down to Kingfly Spirits and Strip District, you can pick it up. They will sell it to you piecemeal, so you can put it together at your house and kick back and enjoy this specialty cocktail for our thing. You can see it right there. Keep scrolling down. That photography from Brittany Spinelli. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's named after one of probably everyone's favorite line from the movie. They're coming for you, Barbara. And you can see how to mix it there, right there. It's 1.5 ounces of vodka. I just go for the 1 ounce of Kingfly, the coffee liqueur there, and a little bit of cream or milk. Then you swirl it around over the ice. Boom. Mwah. Thank you to Table Magazine and Kingfly for doing that with us. So there you have it, folks. It is tomorrow. The lineup is big. We probably shouldn't even run our closing credits tonight. We should probably just run the bumper for the show for tomorrow. What do you say, Dave?
I think it's great, and I got a little taste of what Randy said the other night. I thought,
all right, yeah, that's even better, man. I say let it fly, and thank you all. Stay safe, keep wearing your mask, keep your distance, and don't let your guard down with this thing. Take care of each other. We put a call out. We want you, the viewing audience, to send us zombie stuff. Stills, could be video. You could use Legos. You could use, make a cartoon. You could draw a flip book. Anything you want to do zombie style. But the clock is ticking.
Yeah. Do it soon, because this whole idea is about community. It's about getting everybody to be a part of it and being part of something together to do some good. So,
I shot a couple videos with my daughter. It took she did her makeup in like 10-15 minutes, and then we went up to the cemetery, and
it was like midnight. He took his 10-year-old to a cemetery. I said, go ahead, walk around.
Hot tip: if you can't get fake blood, shoot it in black and white, or make it black and white afterwards, and use chocolate syrup. That's what they did in Night of the Living Dead. So
there you go, guys. Get it on there. The Alone Together Pittsburgh started as to keep a sense of community going. We're trying to keep that there. We want everyone to get involved with this thing tomorrow. It's pretty cool what's happening here with this reunion. So come check it out. Get into the Halloween spirit, and if you can give a couple bucks, give a couple bucks. We'll be here regardless. So we'll see you tomorrow. Take care of each other. Thank you for watching tonight. And tomorrow, actually, if you want to tune in a little bit before 8. We're going to have a little bit of a some pre-show magic happening that you can watch, chill out, get ready, have a little bit of background music and sounds, and you might see a little bit of an effects demonstration happening. So tune in tomorrow. The show starts at 8, but we might be here a little bit earlier. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you then. Save the date. Something big is happening here. Use the hashtag #GhoulsForGood. Friday, October 23rd, right? It is a tribute to the Night of the Living Dead. It is a live read. It's going to be scenes from the original movies and stars from the movies, right? There's going to be more announcements coming soon. I'm going to let you know a couple of people who are going to be involved in this thing. But before I do that, you could be involved in this. Send us you doing zombie stuff, right? It could be you just walking down the street, walking in the cemetery. You could use some Legos. You could draw, do a little stop motion thing. We're going to put you, the viewing audience, making your own homemade zombie stuff. We're going to work it into the live read with the stars from the film. So we've got actor, stunt woman, producer, Patricia Tallman. She was in the 90s version of The Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini version. We've got Russ Striner, okay? Actor and chairman of the board of the Pittsburgh Film Office Board of Directors, who played Johnny in the original version. And we've got Lori Cardill herself, okay? Star of Day of the Dead. And she's going to contribute to the reading. She's going to talk, and she's obviously going to tell some stories about her legendary father, Chili Billy. It's all going to be there, okay? You want more? We have more stars confirmed. William Butler, self-professed horror nerd. We say the Titan of horror. Writer, director, effects coordinator, and actor. No one died more on screen than William Butler. He died for your scenes. He was in Friday the 13th, The New Blood, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. He's going to be there to relive it. Oh, you want more? The duo with Pittsburgh DNA running through their veins, their undead veins. Zombie. I love Zombie. they're going to be providing brand new unreleased tracks for the Ghouls for Good tribute. Oh, you want one more? Horror legend and star of the 1990 Night of the Living Dead, directed by Savini. Okay, this is big. You don't need me to say it. Tony Todd is going to be on the reading here. If you don't know who Tony Todd, that's the Candy Man. You look in the mirror, you say it 3 times. Tony friggin' Todd is going to be here. You will get to see these amazing artists perform the source material. You'll get to meet the artists. You can ask questions. Do not miss this event and help us spread the word. And we are doing all this to raise money for PA Democrats and the Biden-Harris campaign. Get out there, tell your friends, it's Halloween season, man. You're probably not going to go trick-or-treating. You can't knock on doors, right? What you can do, you can dress your kids up, make them zombies. Pete did it. Be a ghoul for good. We will see you there on Friday.